What's up folks, this is Jasper Fox making yet another YouTube video, and this video will essentially be top 10 world superpowers. Now this is just something I found online, so if you think I'm wrong, I don't blame you, because when I first found it, the order was a lot different. It had countries that won't be mentioned in this video, but no. Okay, let's get this going. Number 10 is, hang on, is Brazil. This is the Portuguese version of that, and it's a superpower because of its exceptional military. Although no full-fledged superpower, Brazil is slated to assume that status in a few years. This South American country has an exceptional military and was actually the first country in the region to accept women in the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Its defensive budget is ranked 13th in the world. The country was also ranked as the world's 8th largest economy by national GDP. Significantly, economic improvements have also translated to improvements in other areas of government, such as education, medical services, and science and technology research. This country is also home to half the world's rainforest, making it one of the most naturally diverse countries in the world. It's also the most powerful South American military in the world. Okay, here we go. Number 9 is France. Same spelling, but different pronunciation in the French language. It's actually a language I learned. Sorry. And it's a superpower because of its economic diversity and political influence. As a member of the G8, France is considered a world superpower because of its economic diversity, a capable workforce, advanced military, and its political influence, among other superpowers in the world like the US, which considers France as an ally. No surprise. France is the largest country in the EU, European Union, and the second largest economy after Germany. It is also one of the 7 nuclear powers in the world. Although known for industries such as textile, tourism, and fashion, France is also the 3rd biggest exporter of agricultural products in the world. Okay, number 8 is South Africa. This is it in Afrikaans. I don't know how to pronounce the language. I don't even know how to pronounce this. So I'm not going to, because I don't want to butcher the language. And it's a power because of its educated workforce. South Africa is by far the most advanced country in the African continent. The relative absence of political violence in the country makes it a good option for investors. The country boasts of an educated workforce and is the largest economy in the continent with a GDP of $467 billion in 2007. Holy shit. The country has transformed its economy from one predominantly dominated by mining to one composed of fruits, metal, and wine exports, as well as a strong manufacturing and service industry. South Africa has formally been inducted into the BRIC group composed of Brazil, Russia, India, and China, all of which I thought were superpowers, but apparently India is not on this list. That's the country I was talking about. Okay, number 7, Germany, or Deutschland in German. I've not learned that language. Okay, and it's a highly skilled service sector. Germany is the biggest economy in the EU and its most populous member. The country is ranked 4th in the world's largest economies by nominal GDP and is one of the leading countries in various industrial and technological fields. Germany is one of the leading exporters of textiles and electronics, among other goods. The country is the largest contributor to the EU budget and the 4th budget contributor in the UN. It ranks ninth in the area of military spending out of all the countries in the world, although there are plans to reduce the number of professional soldiers and reservists in the coming years. A main component of Germany's economy is its highly skilled service sector, which contributes to 71% of its GDP. It's also an ally of the US, in case you're wondering. Okay, number 6 is Japan. I don't know how to say this at the bottom, but I know it's going to be pronounced differently than Japan actually will sound like. Okay, and it's a technologically advanced exporter. Despite its small size, Japan is the world's third largest economy by nominal GDP. It also ranks fourth in export and import. Japan also has an impressive military sector and ranks fifth in the world in terms of the size of its military budget. The country boasts of the highest life expectancy for women in the world, and it also has the third lowest infant mortality rate. That's fantastic. Japan is one of the world's most technologically advanced exporter of electronics and automobiles. Its main export markets are the US, China, and South Korea. It's also one of the leading nations in the areas of science and research, biomedical study, and space exploration, essentially. Okay, number 5 is the United Kingdom, UK, since it speaks English, and it's politically influential. Okay, no doubt one of the most politically influential states in the world, the UK is one of the primary members of the UN, NATO, and the G8. It has the fourth largest military budget in the world, amounting to 2.6% of its GDP. The UK is the sixth largest economy in the world, with the service sector making up a majority, 73% of the GDP. The UK was the world's first industrial country, and today is one of the countries with the highest military, economic, and political influence in the world. It's also a very close ally to the US. One of the 4 closest allies. Okay, number 4. Russia. I don't know how to say this. Again, I don't speak Russian. It is a producer of global gas and oil. Russia's economy ranks 8th in the world by nominal GDP. The country has abundant mineral and energy resources, making it among the largest producers of oil and gas globally. Russia is also a recognized nuclear weapons country and is a member of the UN, the Council of Europe, and the WTO and other international organizations. I don't know what the WTO is. The country currently has the largest stockpile of nuclear arms in the world and boasts of a sophisticated military bomber force that rivals that of the US, which is actually true in a way because they were against the US in the Cold War. It is the third largest in the world in terms of military expenditure, although it produces the majority of its weapons within its borders. Russia has currently launched new campaigns to modernize schools and improve its science and research industries. It's also the largest country in the world, in case you didn't know that, which you should. Number 3 is China. This I actually do know how to say. It's a 中国, and it's the fastest growing economy. So China is the second largest country in the world by land area, and is home to 1.35 billion inhabitants. It's also the fastest growing economy in the world, and currently ranks 2nd in nominal GDP and purchasing power parity. It is a recognized nuclear weapons state and has the 2nd largest defense budget in the world. The country is the leading investor in the commercialization of renewable energy and is the leading manufacturer of renewable energy technologies, and also a trade country with the US, since a lot of the things here are made in China. Okay, number 2 is, unbelievably, to me, Canada. I did not see that in the previous list. and it's culturally diverse. Okay, Canada is ranked eighth in the world in terms of highest per capita income. It also ranks highest in terms of levels of education services, health, transparency, quality of life, and is one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world. Canada ranks fourth in the world for scientific research quality and is the largest trading partner of the US. Of course it is. It's up there. Of the US military. Its military expenditures amount to $24.5 billion in 2011. That's a lot. And now we go to the one where everyone can assume. Apparently this person was, I don't know. Okay, number one. And who could be surprised by this? It's the United States, US. I didn't write anything on the back here because it says on the sides that I'm looking at right now, the only real superpower. Commonly referred to as the only real superpower, the US enjoys an unprecedented advantage over other countries in terms of economic resources, military power, and political influence. That sounds about right. Not to lose any US viewers. The US ranks first in nominal GDP even after suffering through the global economic downturn that plunged the entire country into a jobless recession, which was known as the Great Depression. The US leads the world in scientific research and innovation, with 64% of funding coming from the private sector. It was the first country to develop nuclear weapons and accounts for 39% of worldwide military spending. The US is one of the world's leading manufacturers and is considerably the most influential country in terms of economic, military, and foreign policy. It's true, because there's a lot of things that the US is involved with, even if it doesn't really have anything to do with them, to be honest. Well, that's all I got. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. I do hope you appreciated this video. You can like, you can comment, you can share this video if you want. I can get back to you with more videos, but first I'll tell you the quick list of what I saw previously about world superpowers. It was number 10 was Brazil, number 9 was France, number 8 was South Africa, number 7 was UK, number 6 was, I believe, India. Number 5 was Japan, number 4 was Germany, number 3 was Russia, number 2 was China, and number 1 was the US. So either way, the US was still top, and China was still up there as well, which is not a surprise to anyone. Anyways, well, that's all I got. Thank you so much. This is Jasper Fox signing out.